Hi there, this is Garth and I would like to welcome you to our sigmatafVideo how-to guide. This is video number 2 in the Wordpress series. Today we will be covering how to add and manage your pages. Today we're going to create the About Us page and add it to the site using the menu structure. We'll start by opening your browser and typing in your URL. For ours it's sigmataf.co.uk. As you can see, we have a few different pages and structures set up already. Some of the pages are further breakdowns, which you can tell with the double arrows in each menu item. Some of the child pages are further breakdowns as well, and you can go down as far as you need to. Just make sure you keep it simple enough for people to use your site, so you should only go down to about 3 levels at the most. Simple is always better. Alright, so what we want to do is add a new page between products and contacts on the menu structure. It's just a 1-level page, so it's going to be pretty simple. So let's begin. Log into your admin side, which is in WP Admin, up at the top. Add your username and password in. And then you get to the WordPress dashboard. Now that you logged in, we then come to the WordPress dashboard, which we explained in our last video. To get to your pages, on the left hand side with all your menu structures, you can go to your pages set. And as you can see, there are 2 drop downs, all pages and add new. We'll get to the all pages just now when we start editing and deleting the pages. So for now, click on add new. Right on top, just below it says add new page, you can enter the title of the actual page itself. For us, it's going to be About Us. Below where you add the title is a large box. This is where you will actually add all of the information into the body of your page. Because we want to talk about the About Us section, we've actually added in some text beforehand of what we're actually going to discuss. So literally all we need to do here is copy and paste it straight in, and there you go. This is all the information we need for the About Us page. If you want to, you can also add images into your page as well. It's very simple. All you do is you click up here by upload and insert, and where it says add an image. Click on that and it'll open up an extra menu for you. There are quite a few options where you can actually add pictures from. You can add from your computer, from an actual URL such as Google Images, or from a media library if you have a gallery set up. We're going to add a picture from our computer itself, from our pictures folder. All you need to do is click on browse, find the picture that you want. We're going to use our sigmataf website logo and click upload. Now that the logo itself is added, you'll see on the top hand side there's now an option for gallery. These are all of the pictures that you've added to WordPress so far. Just to go through some of the details on the actual image itself, there's quite a few options. You get the title of the image, and this is what it'll actually be saved as in your database and on the website. The alternate text, what this is if the page for some reason isn't able to load, the alternate text will actually come up, such as for example, picture cannot be loaded or sigmataf logo. We'll type sigmataf logo for example. The caption of the image is what you see when you actually hover over the image on the website. So for example, again we'll type sigmataf logo, and later on when we look at the page itself, we'll hover over the image and you'll be able to see this text. The description of the picture is basically what you would find if you search for that picture online and Google found it. This description would then come up in Google Images itself. The link URL is where the picture will actually be saved on your site itself. You can very easily align to the left, center and right of your post itself, or change the size, such as for example if we wanted to change it to a thumbnail, it'll be very small, or we can actually use the large size. The large size will never be bigger than the full size of the image, and since our image itself is only 250 by 150, it's not going to be particularly big. There are then 3 options of what you can do with the image. You can delete the image from your gallery on the right hand side. You can use the image as a featured image in a post that you've got. We'll explain this in a lot more detail in one of our next posts. Or, very simply, you can insert it into your post itself. What this will then do for you is add it in. Currently, we're busy having a look at our text in the HTML version. You can actually have a look at the visual side of how your post is going to look online by clicking on the visual tab on the left hand side. And as you can see, we now have a description and our logo has just come through there now. Okay, now that we have created the page and we're happy with what we've done, we then need to publish the page to the site. And that's literally very simple. On the right hand side where the publish button is, we click that and it will then load the page onto the site for us. The next step that we need to do is, since we are busy using the menu structures to manage our pages that we control, we then need to add it into the menu structure. One of the nice things about doing it this way is you can add, let's say, 100 pages in one go and only load the pages that you would like in the menu structure as you need them to, which then allows you for a lot more flexibility and control. Okay, so let's begin on that side. All we need to do is, on the appearance tab on the left hand side, if we drop that down, we then get a few more options. Click on menus to open up the menu pages. The menu structure that appears here is exactly the same as what we saw on the sigmataf website as we loaded it up. You have quite a few different options with child pages as well. For example, the support and maintenance page falls under the website page, which then falls under the web page, and the web page is what you're going to see on the actual menu structure itself. So if we want to add in our new page, it's very simple. We literally find it in our pages tab here. As we're looking at the most recent pages, our about us will appear first because we've just added it. Click on about us, say add to menu, and what will actually happen is if we scroll down here, the about us will fall at the bottom. The nice thing about the WordPress menu is the visualizations allow you to show exactly how everything's set up. So if we wanted to add the about us page between products and contact us, we literally click on the page, wait for the 4 arrows to appear, and drag it exactly to where we need. Now if we would like to do some alignments and set pages up to be on different levels, it's literally a matter of dragging it slightly to the right. The way that I have it set it up right now, the about us will fall under the products page, but if I keep it all the way to the left hand side, it will then appear on its own page. I've now moved it to the right place that I would like to put it in, and all we need to now do is click on save menu on the right hand side. Now that the menu is saved, let's have a look at how everything is set up. So then we'll go back to our sigmataf.co.uk in the URL and let it load. Now as you can see, we now have a new menu item, about us, and if we click on that, it'll take us to our new page. And there we go, our sigmataf logo, our about us page, and everything that we need. Okay, fantastic, we've now successfully added a page. Now, if for any reason you've created a page and you want to change it or you want to delete it, it's also very simple. If we go back to our WordPress admin site, and we then go to pages, we can then go to all pages on the left hand side. This will then load up all of the different pages that we've created. As you can see here, there's quite a few 3D animations, contact us. It all comes through in alphabetical order. So we can go to our about us page. Okay, very simply, if we wanted to delete it, you can click it on trash and it'll move the page into the trash folder. The nice thing about that is it's kind of like a recycle bin. So even after you delete the page, if you delete one by accident, you can always reclaim it unless you empty out the trash folder. One of the things that you need to be careful about is if you do trash a specific page and it does form a part of your menu structure, trying to go to that page within the menu itself will actually cause the website to break. So be careful on what you actually are deleting. Alright, so then if we need to edit the actual About Us page, we can literally click on our option, Edit, and the page will come through very similar to what it did before. As you can see, we then have the title page and our large box which has got all of our information in. If we then wanted to start changing some of the information inside here, it's very simple. Literally go into the box and start adding things. So, if I wanted to add a subheader into our body, it's very simple to do. Open up a little bit of space so that you can type some information in. Add in the data that you would like to do. And then, because it is a header, we'd like to maybe give a bit more information about it. So if I selected what we needed to, I can then click on any of the different options here, such as, for example, making the header bold, or italic, or underlined, or struck through. A lot of these different kind of options is basically a very simplified version of Microsoft Word. And the same functionality applies, such as different shortcuts. So if I wanted to unbold something or bold it again, I can hold down Control and press B, and it'll all come through like it. If we wanted to start looking at different paragraphs and such, it's very simple. There's a button on the right hand side called Show and Hide Kitchen Sink. Drop that down and that gives you paragraphing options, underlining options, color changing options, and one or two other tasks such as undo and redo. So for example, if we wanted to change our paragraphing to a heading number 2 such as that, as you can see it already changes the text, the size, and the boldness as well. We don't have the same options for the title as what we do for the body of the pages, as everything from a style perspective is all controlled through the CSS files that we have added later. We'll look more into CSS in a later podcast. Okay, so now that we've added all of the new information that we would like for our page, all we need to do again is click on Update, and all of our changes will come through. Once the updates are done, you can actually see that the page has been updated. If you're not happy with it, literally click on the back button, make the changes again, upload it, and then click on View Page again. This concludes our second video in the WordPress series sites. Thanks for watching.